Buongiorno, fish heads. Suppose you're all wondering, have I caught a fish yet? No, I haven't. But I have made first contact. I was fishing a deep mark, 70 meters, and I was cranking in the jig just to get it over the rocks, and something nailed it. Take a look at this. Up in the head you go. Will you like it? Let's start the fishing. Is it first cast? Fish! Ah. Oh, we're into it! Ah! Ah! What happened? Oh, we got bitten off, man. Oh no. Oh, that's a good bad thing. I think I found my barracuda. He was right down there. Damn, look at that, just snip. So that was my first contact with a Sicilian fish on a lure, and it bit straight through my 40-pound leader and it's gone. So, my first chance and he bit me off. So what you reckon? There's many guesses to what it was. Local restaurateur thinks it's a grouper. I think it was a false albacore. Lots of things around here with teeth, but sharp teeth though. So I think it was a false albacore. They've got like razor teeth. It's a member of the mackerel family. That's why it's called a false albacore, because it actually is a mackerel. It's not a tuna. So they have teeth, very sharp teeth, and I think that's what it was anyway. It was a pretty good fish. The fight lasted all of a split second, but it felt good. What it did until I got the leader in anyway. So I'm here outside Augusta. The wind is howling off my shoulders. So what's been going on this last week? The weather was perfect for me to hit the cliffs outside Syracuse, and then there was a fuel strike. Couldn't get any diesel for a couple of days. Then the weather blew in. So this is what I've got now anyway. So I will never have time to edit a fishing video and post it by tonight. This video is going up tonight, so there you go. Sunday the 29th of January. It's 13 degrees right now where I am. Hang in there, I'll get you some fish, don't worry. So I'm stuck in here, and what you're going to catch here is something called dorada, right? And I believe that's a black bream, or some type of bream anyway. So I'm going to give that a shot. I got some squid for bait. I mean, I don't know what the lads use, shrimps and stuff like that. I've got 3 tips that will save you time, money and effort. That's what it will. And irritation. Irritation. Save you that as well. Yeah. I'm going to get a bait in the water, and then we'll start with the tips. Yes. Alright, this is the first tip. Yes, gardening tie wire. Very cheap. I think this cost me €1 for, I don't know, 100 meters or something. And what it's good for, what I used it for in the beginning was tying up rigs, right? But then I was having problems with eels, right? When I cast out the rotten bottom and it released, when the eels were shaking their heads when they got in close, they were snapping off the mono and losing the leads, and I was getting kind of costly then when I was fishing. You can actually see it in hardcore conger. Halfway through the night you'll notice the rotten bottom changed anyway, and I changed this, and this is how it works. It means you don't have to retie it all the time. It doesn't get any shorter. There's no knots. It's really quick. So what you might be wondering is, how does it work? Right, put it on there like that, twist it around nice and tight up the top, left turns on the bottom. That's it. You put it up into your clip like this, cast it out, comes undone. You need your rig back. There you go. You know, lad, you get back in, and away you go. That's it. Simple as that. That's the first tip. Save you time, money, effort. As luck would have it, I haven't been catching any fish. I didn't say good luck, did I? Jump to conclusions, right? Always. Another tip. This is just a tip in general. Mostly I'd say for spinning, but on a beach it'd be the same anyway. So I'm going to show you this tip. Hope you like it. It costs nothing, everything you probably already have, but it will save you a lot of trouble and a lot of time and a lot of irritation, right? I don't know if you've ever tried this. I've tried a couple of times in my life. When you drop a components box and 1,000 beads and 1,000 swivels and hooks and everything hit the floor and scatter to the hills, and you spend the next 3 days picking it up, and then you have to go to therapy afterwards, even if the thought of it happened to you again. So I have come up with this to save myself a bit of trouble, and you potentially. This, the swag box. I don't know what it is or who makes it, don't care, right? Now the thing is, right, so you're there and you're fumbling around the place, right, and you're after losing the fish and you're trying to get back in the water really fast, right, and in your haste you get the component you want and you put it on a rock, you forget to close it up, whatever, it slides off, or you just drop it and everything goes scattering all over the rocks, or worse, all over the sand, and everything's gone forever. Every time you try to pick up the swivel, they just dig themselves in deeper. So it really is a pain. But I don't know why I didn't think of it before. I really don't know. But if you take a look in here, everything's in plastic bags, right? You dump it out, you pick them up. Simple. That one went to the ground, they're all still in the bag. Put them back in the box. Goes down your lid. You're good. It'll save you a lot of time, effort, money, especially for the counselling afterwards, right? And all you want to hear is, so tell me about your tackle box. That's it anyway. So that's tip number 2. So we see if we get a fish, and then I'll roll you into tip number 3. So I'm going to do a bit of lure work as well. Is that the guy from the video? I don't know. But the bream will take a plug as well. We give this guy a shot anyway. Then I'll show you the 3rd and final tip. And it actually is for lure fishing. So it's kind of fitting. So I'm going to stand up on this rock, cast out past the mud. It's a nice little lure. I think it's like 18 grams or something like that. So it casts really well for its size. And it sinks. It's got a rattle as well. But the sun is going down, so we might get a bit of lure action. Oh look, the boys are chasing fish already, so it might be in. Come on lads, show me where the fish are. The restaurateur is telling you about. He says there's a lot of good bass around here. 6 to 7 kilos, so. So after this cast, we get on with the 3rd and final labor saving, money saving, time saving tip. So let's go. So this is what I'm going to make this pair of twin assists, right, with flash and everything else. Okay, you don't need a fly tying vise, you don't need any special tools of any type, you don't need any whipping cotton, you don't need epoxy glue, nothing, right? This is what you need. This is 70-pound 49 strand wire, and it's coated with plastic. You take a length of it, you cut it, I would say 20 centimeters. Then you take a hook. Yes, this is a 5/0 slow jig hook for slow jigs, oddly enough. Now if you're wondering what makes them peculiar to slow jigs, I'll explain. It's the shape, the weight. It's kind of shaped like a circle hook, so it doesn't snag up and everything. Slow jigs are mostly from boats, fish close to the bottom, and from the shore if you like. So the assists are tied in such a way that the points turn inwards, so they can avoid unnecessary hookups. Now if a fish hits it, they open up and they hook the fish, right? And then kind of like reversely, then if it's a rock or whatever, it doesn't. The hooks are lighter, so because slow jigs are fluttering jigs and they don't dance up and down, so to not interfere with the action of the jig, they make them lighter. And how they do this is they put angles in it that strengthen the hook. It's just a bit of engineering, right? What you want to do is tie it on first, right? So if you ever have a hook and you've ever wondered why the eye is turned like that, it's to facilitate the tying onto the shank of the hook. That's what it's for, right? So I'm just going to take this out because it's easier to do it this way on this one. So you just go around the hook twice. This is a figure of 8 knot, right? You just go around the shank of the hook twice, okay? Then you go through the loop at the back through both of them, pull it through. You must have seen me do this in 100 videos, literally, okay? And then you just tighten it down. That's it. And like circle hooks or J hooks, it doesn't matter if the hook is tied onto the shank, it goes through the back to the front. This isn't something I've come up with, it's what everybody does because it works best. Make sure it's tight, then you get your second hook. This is for a 40-gram jig, so I know what sizes I need. The assists need to sit around about halfway down the jig, okay, when they're tied on. Yes, not too high, not too low, round about the middle. And the way I do this is, for a 40-gram jig, I would take it almost all the way like that. It's going to open up when you tie it. Same knot again, around twice, okay? I do so you can see it through the hole at the back. That's it. Open it up, tighten it down. You see what I mean? There you go. Now that is actually perfect length. So now you take 2 pieces of 6mm heat shrink tube. It can be any color. Actually, I think red would be good. Usually I use a bit of red whipping on some of them. I still like to do that, but this is quick, and if I run out of jigs on the beach, I can do this. That's 1, 2. So that's that. Now I'm going to put flash on this as well on the beach. So for the next bit, I'm going to put you on my head. All right, so then you take your flash. This is called hollow ribbon. You get it on the internet. I get it from Ali. And you pull it through the eye of the hook. You pass it through your heat shrink tube. I'm going to trim it down afterwards. It is too long, but that's so you can work with it without wanting to smack somebody in the head. There we go. So then you slide the whole lot over the tag of the wire. You get your lighter and gently, carefully, without melting everything. There you go. I'm going to trim back this flash just like the other one there, and you'll be good. So I'm going to put the ring on it and you can see what that looks like now. So you want the hooks to face each other like this. So if they're a little bit off, just give them a little twist until they both sit facing each other like that. Okay, that's the assist string there. Just pull the 2 hooks like this, make sure they're even. That's that there. Put your fingers in. Pinch it down. I like to use these little hook pullers here. Whatever, just to make life a little bit easier on yourself. Save your fingers as well. So that's it there. So now they sit facing each other. Boom. There you go. So like I said, I'm going to trim that back. Now we're going to talk about the wire. So there are, in actual fact, so many fish around here with teeth that will just cut off normal assist cord. In the jigging world, you can buy either Kevlar cord, which is good, but you need to have a fly tying vise and other stuff to use it. You can't do this. You can't make it on the beach where you're standing. Even at home, it's very easy. I mean, it's fantastic in actual fact, and I might just skip and just do this all the time unless I'm in Norway or anything else, just instead of using ordinary assist cord. There's so much metal here, it's not really a problem, right? What you want is the leader to be mono, so it tricks the fish, but they just work just exactly the same as ordinary ones. They still flop around and come around and hit the fish where they should and everything else. So it's so the false albacore, barracuda, there's many fish here with teeth, and you have to combat it, and this is my answer to that. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find it useful. I hope it saves you time, and I hope it saves you money and irritation as well. So I'm Billy. This is Billy showing you some tips and tricks wherever you are in the world. Remember, I'll see you on the beach. Bye.